What's up, you guys? So I'm back with another video and I had to talk about this. If you see the preview for the next episode of the Married to Medicine reunion, which really, to be honest, is not hitting for me. At this point, episode 1 of the reunion was not hitting on nothing for me. But on episode 2 of the reunion, you see Dr. Heavenly come for Dr. Contessa's mastectomy. Her mastectomy, she literally told her she had a botched boob job. So clearly there is no line that Dr. Heavily won't cross. If someone had a cancer or a cancer scare and decides to get a mastectomy because their mother, who she calls stupid, died from cancer in 2010, and then you're telling that person their mastectomy looks crazy, it looks like a botched boob job. Clearly there are no boundaries that Dr. Heavenly won't cross. So we're going to talk about that in this video. But first, if you're watching, if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. I'm Layla Lynn. I do celebrity news and nostalgia. We like to talk about old stuff over here and get to the root of the issue over here. So we're going to be talking about that in this video. So subscribe to this channel, turn your notifications to all so you don't miss a video. And let's go ahead and get into it. All right, ladies. So before we get too deep into the tea, I want to give you all an invitation to join myself and Clary. Clary's a woman that's been on my channel before. She has a podcast called the Work It Lady Podcast, and it's work it as in work out. Work out, ladies. Get healthy. On March 30th, she has a group coaching class that is starting, and I'm inviting you all to join. I will be in the class, and we will be doing it together. So I'll leave a link below this video so you can join, so you can find more information, so you can join, and so you can do whatever it is you need to do to be ready to join by March 30th. All right, you guys, first, I just want to start with a history of Dr. Contessa's mother, because her mother is the one that had cancer. And she posted this on around Mother's Day, May of 2024. And she said, spent my Mother's Day weekend giving back exactly how I wanted to spend it. I lost my mother in 2010 to metastatic breast cancer, and my children never got the opportunity to know the amazing woman who was their grandmother. The same woman that we saw Heavenly call stupid, that's the woman she's talking about. She said, I will keep doing whatever I can to help as many mothers as possible spend as many Mother's Days as possible with their children. Thank you to the American Cancer Society for having me and for your groundbreaking study, Voices of Black Women, because they say Black women are we're more vulnerable to breast cancer. She said, together we can beat breast cancer. Mammograms at 40 or before if you are at higher risk. And from my understanding, that's why she got a double mastectomy. She's considered to be at higher risk because her mother died from the disease. And so what I want to play for you now is Heavenly at the reunion coming for Dr. Contessa's mastectomy and subsequent boob job. And this clip comes courtesy of Bravo TV and All True TV. Make sure y'all subscribe to All True TV. I know y'all already subscribed to Bravo, but shout out to Monique at All True TV. I love, love, love her Instagram channel. What I want y'all to listen for and hear is Dr. Heavenly call out Contessa for her boob job. The camera pan to her best friend, Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Jackie not say nothing about it, just accept it, and then the conversation that follows.
He's human. I don't know.
Yeah, the conversation did start with this conversation. They keep saying that Dr. Damon has mixed babies out there. I heard it's actually something a little bit different than that, but that's how the conversation started. And I guess that's why Dr. Heavenly is so hyped. But I could have sworn at one point, Dr. Heavenly said if Dr. Damon wanted another woman, she would pay for another woman. So I don't know why she's so hyped.
I mean, he is human.
He seems like a miserable person to be with. I hope he has some joy.
Your titties way over here. Please don't talk about me when you got botched surgery. Your titties way over here. Please don't talk about me when you got botched surgery.
Please don't talk about me when you got botched surgery, knowing that the surgery had to do with her risk for breast cancer. If we want to get physical, just like she's talking about Dr. Contessa's front and her breast, she could talk about Dr. Heavenly's back. Like if we want to get physical like that, she could come for Dr. Heavenly's back. Every time they pan the camera to her back, she could come for Dr. Heavenly's back, since she wants to talk about Dr. Contessa's front, if they want to get physical. And then you see the camera. Bravo is so messy, because do y'all see the camera pan to Dr. Jackie? And what I have noticed about Dr. Jackie in the years past, like when the show first started, she would never show like cleavage, like how she's sitting out here with her jacket, you know, below her shoulders and showing cleavage and stuff like that. She didn't used to do that years past. Because we all know, you know, her experience with breast cancer and things like that. And I don't know if she recently got like a boob job or whatever you would call it. But I noticed in the past year or so, she does show cleavage. So it's like, okay, she's out here in her element, like feeling herself as a woman. And then her best friend gonna call out her other friend for her boob job after having a mastectomy, knowing that Dr. Jackie had whatever she had. With friends like that, you don't need enemies. You don't need enemies, but you also don't need friends like that. Like Dr. Jackie befriended Dr. Heavenly when she probably shouldn't have. You have to be careful with being friends with people who enjoy dominating you.
I had a prophylactic mastectomy reconstruction.
This is what
Prophylactic mastectomy reconstruction. That's the name of the surgery. And Dr. Heavenly said, girl, whatever.
This is what I don't like about you, girl. They do.
You know what is so sad?
What?
And at this point, when Dr. Jackie said, you know what's so sad? I thought she was going to call out Dr. Heavenly for a moment. Like, you know what's so sad? My friend over here calling out my other friend's double mastectomy, knowing that I had the same surgery. That is sad. Like, I feel like she really should have checked her friend in that moment, but she didn't. And that's what I don't like. Like, I feel like so many people accept scraps in their friendship. Dr. Jackie befriended Dr. Heavenly, and it almost looked like strategic. Like, before she come for me, let me just befriend her. That's what it looked like. And now it looks like she accepts scraps in the friendship.
Had me very sad and has me sad.
Don't cry, Jackie.
They were good friends. They were good friends.
Yeah.
And to think that you two can't come back from this. And right now what you're doing is just blaming each other. Would you stop for 1 minute and both of you reflect on where you were?
Okay.
What I would love to say is I thought that you and I had a true, authentic relationship.
And we did.
But then to hear some of the things that you say about me, it questions for me whether it was ever real.
Well, I've already apologized for that.
I'm not asking for anything. I'm just telling. I'm not even finished talking.
This is the problem I have with
you.
you.
That people tell you stuff, but you can't even listen. I'm trying to figure out who's real.
Oh my God.
And I think this is who's real.
I can try.
And I receive it. But you look beautiful today.
Thank you. You do too.
All right.
And so do my breast.
I know that's right. That's right. Dr. Contessa looks fine. And I want to talk about this. I didn't talk about it when it happened. I'm not always able to make videos like on the spot, like on demand. But there was a situation that happened probably almost a month ago when Dr. Heavenly made these comments about real men. But she was referencing King protecting Quad when Dr. Gregory was coming for her, telling her to be quiet. And she was saying any real man, not a gay man, but any real man would protect his woman. First of all, that's offensive. That's offensive because any man that feels a need to protect a woman, regardless of his orientation, regardless if that's his wife, girlfriend, sexual orientation or not, if he feels protective over her, he is going to stand up for her. And we saw that with Kenya and her friend Brandon, when Brandon faced Apollo in a room full of men, room full of vultures, and he was ready to stand up for Kenya. It had nothing to do with ownership, like this is my woman and I'm protecting her. It just had to do with him feeling a need to be protective of her, regardless of sexual orientation. And so when Dr. Heavenly said that, I was like, okay, let me watch this. Growing up in the church and seeing how a lot of Christian women move, not every Christian woman, but how a lot of Christian women move, I was like, let me watch this. And I saw on her live, maybe 2 to 3 weeks later, she was talking about something else. And she was like, I could talk now. I'm off punishment now. Because people were calling for her to be canceled when she said that gay men are not real men. But then a couple weeks later, I guess she felt like she took her punishment. She took her lashings. So now she can continue talking about other topics. And I just felt like if I was a gay man, I wouldn't support Dr. Heavenly. I would never support Dr. Heavenly. Like, you don't have to take scraps. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to deal with someone insulting you just to be entertained. So I wouldn't deal with her. I wouldn't support her at all. Because it's nothing to be supportive of at all. It's nothing to be supportive of. It seems like she has so many defense mechanisms, like her education, her career is like defensive, like she's using it to defend herself, like an insecure person, like, let me do this, let me do that, let me be aggressive, let me be dominant, as like a trauma response. And being close to people like that always puts you in danger. It always puts you in danger of being insulted, belittled, and all of those type of things. And for Dr. Jackie and Dr. Contessa to put up with her in their circle, I don't know how they do it. I guess they have no choice. But when it comes to being friends with a person like that, even though you may feel sorry for them, like you might look at Dr. Heavenly and feel sorry for her, even if you feel sorry for her, that doesn't mean you have to be friends with her. That's just my opinion. At this point, it's my birthday in like a week or so. And y'all know how they say old people don't care what they say. I see why. The older I get, I'll be like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? So I'm just speaking my mind at this point. This is my opinion on Married to Medicine. I feel like Dr. Heavenly goes too low, and I feel like she does that as like a defensive mechanism. She doesn't talk about her own issues on the show. She doesn't talk about her own trauma. She opened up one time and then she closed right back up. But I feel like she does have a lot of trauma when it comes to women. Like that feminine energy gives her a lot of trauma, and being in the circle, the only way for her to be present in this circle is to dominate the circle. And I feel like that's traumatic for other women to be around. But y'all leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on it. And as always, thanks for watching. Now, if you made it this far to the end of the video, then I think you like my content. So make sure you subscribe and check out my channel. I have over 1,000 videos on my channel. Check out my playlists and my podcasts, and I assure you, you will like more of my content.